Hello guys, welcome to the final travel episode of the series of the winter season now. And today we're going to be leaving cloudy Gibraltar. We're going to be heading south 100 miles to Morocco in the city of Chefchaouen. So join me, and as always we've left it a bit too late, so now we're in a rush and we've got to get through to Spain now. Join me. So here we are, we've arrived in the port of Algeciras. This is the main gateway from Europe to Africa, and where we're going to catch the ferry. The ferry company is Transmediterranean. It's not my favourite company, they don't let you out on deck unless you pay €12. But yeah, let's go check them out. It was a very cheap ticket, and at the end of the video I'm going to explain how much this whole trip cost, but it is the cheapest one yet. So come on, let's go check into this boat and get on our way to Africa. Guys, let's see this. It's a fast ferry, it's a small ferry, it's not as big as the last trip when we went to Norway. And we can't go outside, but it was a cheap ticket, so come on. Packed. Not really, come on guys, let's look around. This is the old Premier class. Not allowed in here, didn't pay the extra 12 quid, so come on. So what do we think of the ferry so far? Well, we've already been told we can't film on here, so yeah, a lot of shots of us crossing over to Africa, and you can see in front of you now Ceuta as well, so we're almost arrived. It's taken just under an hour to get here, and yeah, apart from the fact that we couldn't go on deck without paying, that's the only downside. It was a really nice crossing, the seats are comfortable and the view's actually really good. It's like sitting in the captain's seat. But yeah, I'll see you in Ceuta. So guys, here we are in Ceuta, we've made it, and we're very close to the Moroccan border. We're just about to jump on the local bus now, and this is our last time here in the EU. We leave the EU in a few minutes time and we will be in continental Africa, mainland Africa, the Kingdom of Morocco. So I'm really excited for this. This is the first time Morocco has featured on the channel, although it's one of Gibraltar's closest neighbours. So let's go check it out. Let's cross one of the most fortified borders on earth, see what's going on in Morocco. So here we are at the border, Ceuta, where Spain meets Morocco, where the EU meets Africa. We've just seen the guys on the street to change a bit of money, and I've got to say, although it looks dodgy, it's a brilliant exchange rate, a much better exchange rate than you'd actually find in a bureau de change inside Morocco. But for now, we're going to head through the gates. We need to get our passport stamped out for Spain, and we need to get an entry stamp for Morocco. So come on, let's go. So here we are guys, we made it to the taxi rank here in Tetuan. Got off the first taxi at the wrong stop, so we've just had to scale the whole city from west to east. But now we're here at the main bus station where we're going to get another shared taxi for the hour drive up to Chefchaouen. So let's do this, and I'll tell you, this turned into quite a long day. Right guys, we've made it here after we were very lucky. We got a little bit lost in Tetuan. We got a little bit, took the detour bus through Sayita, so it adds on probably another 2 hours to our journey than it should. But we're here, we've arrived here in Chefchaouen, and what a beautiful place. Now, I just want to show you the accommodation before it gets absolutely trashed. And let me show you what 30 quid a night can get you. So come on, welcome to This Is Cribs, Morocco style, come on. So look at this. Your traditional lounge here, oh yes. I mean, there's only 2 of us, so I don't know how, you know what I mean, we don't need all this space, but brilliant. Looks like a palace. Got beautiful views out there of the main square. We're going to see more of that when we go upstairs. Let's show you the master bedroom, come through here. Got to watch. I'm a bit taller than the average Moroccan, it looks like. This is the bedroom, it looks beautiful here. Look, even got air conditioning unit, and we've been really lucky with the weather. It must be about 22, 23 degrees outside, and I'm absolutely sweating. But let's go up the stairs and let's take a look at the best part of this place. Come on, it's gonna be the roof terrace, hasn't it? Oh. I mean, if we look here, the kitchen is tiny, but a main meal for four euros, thereabouts in almost every restaurant around here. Who needs to cook? And this is the main point. This is the bit that I think I'm going to spend most evenings editing my software, looking at the views. You've got the sun almost setting. This is how late we are. We've missed most of our day. We've got the Spanish mosque up there. And this here is the main square of Chefchaouen. Over there you've got the Casbah as well. So, we're going to get off now and we're going to do some exploring, so come with me. Now this is what everybody comes to see. This marvellous painted blue city. You know, and it is almost every building. I mean, there are a couple of buildings that are not painted this colour blue or different shades of blue. But I think it's just fantastic. You know, it really is like a photographer's paradise. This is one of the most Instagram cities on the planet, and you can see why. And you know, filming these shots, we're out in the morning, but when you went out in the mid-afternoon when all the tourists were out, people queuing to take photos at these locations. So maybe that'll be a good tip if you're coming to Chefchaouen. Try and get out a bit early before the rest of the tourists wake up, because you'll have all these Instagram spots to yourself. Now I know this street is one of the longest streets that feature, but I mean, it's just stunning, you know, and every corner has a different pattern, a different shade of blue, a different colour, maybe a painted plant pot, you know, and then you'll get some orange trees stuck in the middle of all of this blue, and it's just, yeah, absolutely mind-blowing. But you've got to be prepared when you come to Chefchaouen. You've got to know that it is on a hill. Lots and lots of hills. But it's worth it. It's worth walking around. It's worth taking a look. And there are so many hidden gems just round the corner. I mean, look at these doorways. You know, where else are you going to see this in the world? You know, and this incredible shade of blue. like all the other tourists, I had to go to all these Instagram spots. I don't actually have an Instagram account, but I think after seeing these and what I'm doing with the YouTube, it's probably I should get up to speed. But the funny thing about it all being painted blue is it is very, very easy to get lost. It's very hard to distinguish things, you know. If everything's painted in the same colour, then yeah, getting lost is very easy. And, you know, there's times where I'm walking through the Medina here and I'm ending up absolutely where I don't want to be. So, I mean, Google Maps helped us out a lot, a great deal. So, yeah, if I didn't pre-download the map before we arrived and while we're wandering around the city, yeah, we'd have got lost, I think, 100 times more than we did. So here we are. We're back at the place we're staying at. It's just on the corner to the right-hand side. There was always a sense of relief when you get back to the accommodation, you know that you haven't got too lost. So here we are after a brilliant breakfast. We're going to make our way up to the waterfall, but it's just nice to appreciate this beautiful scenery here. Take a look. It's just an incredible place here. So yeah, wow, look at this beautiful scenery. I can't believe this is only 100 miles away from Gibraltar. It was actually quite easy to get here, and look how we've been rewarded. So here we are. We're at the waterfalls now, and this is where actually the local people of the town clean their clothes. So yeah, I mean, it's a bit strange to see, especially being from the first world, but it's really nice to see as well. It's a bit of culture, and yeah, enjoy my time here in Chefchaouen. After this, we're going to head back into the town and we're going to go and check out the Casbah. But for now, enjoy the waterfall, guys. I had to be a bit covert filming this, not for any reason because you can't, it's just, I think it's a bit weird, or the locals would find it weird if we're shoving a camera in their face while they're actually trying to wash their clothes. But you can see them over there on the other side, I don't want to get too close. This is also a beautiful building. It's just, yeah, every corner you turn you see something so incredible and so striking. I don't think there's another place on earth like it. I don't know if you can see what I mean when I say it's quite easy to get lost. I love these patterns here, by the way. You know, but it is very, very easy to get lost. But yeah, I can think of worse places in the world being lost, you know. Now this is probably one of the most famous Instagram spots, and the kid ran up the stairs to me, so I couldn't really take a photo of myself or, you know, do a thumbnail there, because, you know, around these Instagram spots there's always someone who's going to try and want to charge you. I mean, it's up to you whether you give them a couple of coins or not. Right guys, so we're back at the place now. We've just checked out the waterfalls. We've gone back through the Medina and you've seen some beautiful shots from there. Now, plan is have a quick drink here and then head off to the Casbah. Alright guys, but from here in Chefchaouen, what a brilliant place. Nicely done. So here we are at the Casbah. This was situated directly in front of our accommodation, which was really handy, and it was a real central point. So, you know, as I said before, if we did ever get a little bit off track, we could always locate the Casbah from a high spot.
Oh, man.
This is the prison. I love this, and you can even see the chains. Chains for torture, maybe. The Casbah offers some beautiful views, so it's worth the entry price just to go up the tower and, yeah, take some photos and just, yeah, enjoy the scenery. The gardens are very stunning, but they actually remind me of southern Spain, you know, with the orange trees and the palms. So there we are, guys, just a few shots from the Casbah here in Chefchaouen, and it's very, very nice. I definitely recommend it. There's two prices, the Moroccan price and the tourist price. That's about 60 dirhams, well, that's what it is, so I think it's a fair price. The views you can see from the tower are incredible. Yeah, the garden's amazing. It's a lovely place to look around. But let's push on now. I think it's time for lunch. So that was lunch done. We've got two different types of tagine. We've got a couscous as well. We've got 2 drinks each, I think it was, and that all came to just under 20 euros. So yeah, very cheap, and that was probably the best meal by far. But now, as the day is getting on, we're going to head up to the Spanish mosque and we're going to watch the sunset, and you're all coming with us, so come on. So it's back through the Medina, and to be honest, I like to narrate through these parts rather than speaking out live, just because I don't really want to draw too much attention. So we've arrived at the Spanish mosque here, or we're on the walk up, and it's absolutely stunning. The views, they're beautiful, but to get the perfect sunset, although Chefchaouen is sunny, the town across in the mountain is cloudy, so we don't know whether that's going to obscure our view of the sunset. As we're just reaching the Spanish mosque here, it's a fantastic place just to lose yourself, really, just to sit up there and think, and I can't recommend it enough. So this is what photographers call the golden hour, and you can see the sun is trying to give us a perfect sunset, but there's just a rain cloud over a mountain and the sun is setting over the rain cloud, so I feel like we're getting half a sunset, but it's still beautiful nevertheless, and I do recommend it. But this isn't really a disabled friendly town, so if you have issues walking them, I don't know how you're going to get about in Chefchaouen. But yeah, as you can see, the sun is setting and it's turned the sky this beautiful purple colour, and with this the city's going to come alive. So let's make our way back down to base, down to the Medina, and the blue walls look beautiful lit up. The carpet's out, yeah, you know, it's a very visual place. So much beautiful artwork you can purchase here as well with the blue paints, and it's a shame really I didn't have too much space for luggage, because I would love to have got a little painted door or a little painting from Chefchaouen. The colours are fantastic. So we found the Clock Cafe. This is a chain, and they do famous camel burgers. That's what you've just seen there. So yeah, it was very delicious. I like this restaurant. I like the colour of the blue. represents the city, and yeah, highly recommend it. So good morning from here in Chefchaouen, and now we're leaving. Unfortunately, it was only a very quick trip as I only had a couple of days off work. So now we're going to get back. We're going to go the same way we came here. So we're going to go to Tétouan first in a shared taxi. Then we're going to get another taxi from Tétouan to Ceuta and go through the land border. The time now is about 9:30. Our ferry's at 1:30. So hopefully I've given us enough time to get back. So yeah, join us for the journey. But from Chefchaouen, see you later. What a beautiful place. I can't recommend it enough. So this is the shared taxi rank, and this shared taxi is a great thing, you know. It only costs 20 dirhams to Tétouan, and it only cost us it cost us 35 dirhams from Tétouan to Chefchaouen. But now we're going through the border, and as you can see by the walls and the lights, it is a very hard border, but we get stamped in fine, no issues. We're back on Spanish soil, back in the EU. So here we are, we've arrived in Ceuta, and that was actually a pretty painless trip. We took 2 big taxis, shared taxis between cities. We took 1 small taxi when we got to Tétouan to get between 1 taxi stop and another taxi stop, and then we got another taxi when we arrived here in Ceuta, and crossing the border was really, really quick and simple as well. But now we've got about 45 minutes until our boat leaves, so we're going to head down to the port. Here we are for the return voyage, and this one was actually the cheaper voyage. If you travel with this company on a Friday to Sunday, they have an offer where the ticket's only €12.50 each way. So yeah, if you're in the area, definitely worth it, even if you don't want to go to Morocco. Visiting Ceuta, like I did in a previous video, you can see it on the channel. But we can see Gibraltar in the background now. Almost. So there we are, guys, we've made it back to Gibraltar, and it is beautiful weather here as well. It's 25 degrees, so yeah, for the 10th of March, that's good going. But now I tell you how much the trip cost. Okay, so for your ferry return tickets, for your accommodation and for your transfers, so those little taxis will take you between the 2 cities in Morocco. Everything in total per person was £79.45. So yeah, another cheap trip. We got another 2 nights. It was more like a 3-day trip. We got all our transport and accommodation with that price. The only thing I do exclude is the spending money, and I leave that up to you how much you want to spend on holiday. But for me here in Gibraltar, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the trip as much as I enjoyed filming it and doing it. But for me now, I'll see you on the next adventure.